Hey guys, this is Majoris239, but you can call me Ryan if that's what you'd like. And I'm back with Kerbal Space Program Episode 4. I actually recorded, was it yesterday? It was. But I figured I would just get a nice backlog of recording, so in case anything happens, I can still post daily, like if I need to focus on schoolwork for like a week or something, you know, something simple like that. So, we're here at the Space Center. We have 36.9 science. We need to get that up to 45 because the first thing I'm doing, definitely getting, advanced batteries. Or just batteries. Because we need to get more batteries because if we get or actually just batteries in general, we can start transmitting data back, and data back is going to, give us more data in the long run. So, let's see here. Oh, get out of here. Just throw you down here because we don't need you there. Okay, so we still have this kind of basic capsule, but that's fine. We don't need to launch more than one Kerbal anywhere. Nor do we need unmanned probes as of now. So, last episode we did get to go to the moon. However, we didn't really land there. Otherwise, we'd have much more science than we actually do. So what we're going to do is we're going to launch a similar aircraft up. Except this one is not going to actually be intended to go to the moon. This one is going to go into high Kerbal or whatever. Kerbin orbit. So it's going to be high over Kerbin. That is the main goal of this thing. It's not going to do much other than that. So essentially this is just going to be a data collector, which is actually pretty cool. So we're going to put some mystery goo containers here. You really can't have too many of these things. We're going to put one communitron on the back. I just like having it on the back. It looks cool, I think. We already have our parachute. We don't need landing legs unless we really want them. I'm going to get them just to make sure that the mystery goos are safe, because you really can't be too careful. You never know. So this stage is going to be the one it's going to be floating around in space and whatnot, and it's going to be doing things in space, and it's going to be cool. This stage is going to get us up to where we need to go. We really shouldn't need this much fuel, but like I said, we're going to be building something extremely similar. Actually, it might even turn out to be the same rocket. I don't want it to be, but it might just have to be because it's a great design and it works. We need to, there. I'm gonna put this guy up. I would rather have the bottom of the fuel tank / rocket combination stable rather than the top. The reason why is because the further away from the decoupler that the tanks are, more unstable they're going to be. Now this will mean that the upper part will be a bit unstable, but it's not going to be, it shouldn't affect the engines as much as they would if we were hanging them from up here, because then they'd be flopping around down here instead of flopping around up here. So if they're flopping around up here where I'm putting the nose cones, we're not going to be getting nearly as much of it as a negative effect, because okay, that's weird. Because of things that I don't understand. So yeah, it looks like we are going to have pretty much the same exact design we had for going to the moon. Sorry, but it's just a great rocket to use. I did rebuild it at least, and I'm gonna call this high orbiter. Oh, it needs to be 1 because it's the only. Actually, no. Don't I have orbiter 1? I do have orbiter 1. Okay, then let's make this orbiter 2, and this will be the high version of it. Not high as in like, I don't know, Snoop Dogg high, but high as in like elevation wise. like the Burj Dubai, a high building. A very, very high building, actually. Alright. If you're wondering why flight engineer's crap is all strewn about and why it's all out of order, I did update it. They update a lot and I like it, but alright. Let's hit SAS, go up. Oh, staging. Gotta love oh god, what is that? Gotta love staging. Everyone loves staging. Ugh, I don't like staging. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about the TAC fuel balancer. Well, actually I am. I lied. Sorry. This needs to transfer in. This needs to transfer in. This needs to transfer in. This needs to transfer out. Out. No. Out. Out. In. 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 Out. 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 And out. There. Let's hope the bad things don't happen this time. Let's hope for good things. So my tactic for launching, if I haven't explained it yet, which I don't think I have in detail. So pretty much I fire my rocket. I do have a fair bit of thrust here, probably more than I should, but I mean more thrust is more fun. We're halfway to the speed that we want to be. We want to be at 200 meters per second. A little more, a little under. I mean, it should be fine. I just prefer to be at 200 at least. Like 190 is like the lowest I'll accept. So 10,000 meters or 10 kilometers up is when I start to pitch. I think it is pitch. Yaw. It is when I start to use my yaw control, which is A and D, to yaw over to 90 degrees here on the nav ball. You can see I'm pointing, or I'm clicking on it, like it's right here, down. As you can see, we're at 8. Oh my goodness, I was not paying attention to my speed, so I wasted quite a bit of fuel because I don't need to be going this fast through the atmosphere. Once you get up to 10,000 meters, you can go full blast. It really doesn't matter, because you're through the thick of the atmosphere at this point, and you really need to start getting most of your thrust, so you can start getting this timed apoaps out. Now I know for a fact I explained the orbit part, but I'll explain it again. So as you can see right now, our orbit, or our time to apoaps is falling, but that's because those engines were still there and they were empty weight. Once we actually leave the atmosphere, we should have to stop worrying about that. Just want to make sure I am fully throttled. I am. As you can see, our time is slowing down. It's really about to flip. It's probably now. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, our time to apoaps is getting farther away from us, which is awesome. That's what we want. Once it hits about anywhere between 40 and 50, you can go ahead and start pitching over to the 90-degree angle. It's just a good indication of whether you're too pitched over or yawed over rather, or if you're not enough. So if it's like 3 minutes away, you're definitely going way too high. You need to start making it a bit more. I believe the term is no, not eccentric. I think you just want to make your orbit longer. Okay, you see we're about to hit 45 seconds. That's where I'm going to go to my prograde vector, because my prograde vector I can trust, and he should lead me to victory. I'm hoping that this entire stage should be able to lead me into orbit. Maybe a high orbit. I'm not really worried about the high orbit part. Alright, so you can see my orbit is now 50 seconds away. I did start to pitch over early. Or not early, but earlier. And it was working. But now it's really working, so now we just need to kick out completely horizontally, and that should just kick our orbit way out past this horizon and make our height much higher. So the apoaps height is getting much higher. I believe orbital velocity is around 2,300 meters per second, though I'm not sure. Alright, let's see, how much delta V do we have left? In this stage, we only have about 200 meters per second of delta V left, which is 7, 6, 5. So this stage alone got us into it got us up to the height we wanted to be at, which is good. Let's kill our throttle so this guy doesn't fire and ruin our orbit. Okay. So it did do its job, and then we gotta just use a tiny bit of fuel. Oh my goodness. Oh, do you know what it is? Since we haven't fired this engine yet, it still thinks we have this engine pushing this mass, I think. Yeah, 33 seconds. That's not much. But basically what I'm going to want to do is just burn a lot of fuel coming up on this thing here. I wonder what that is. Let's see what that is. We're right past the moon. It's not Elu. I don't know what that is. That's kind of weird. Because we can see the moon there, and then we can see something there. Do you know what it is? We are not in the mode, or camera mode, that it appears that it's in. We're in... Okay, this is the one we should be in. So it's below it. And below it, we'll see... Oh, I know what it is. If I zoom out enough... Maybe... Oh, it's like out here. Yep, I think it's that right there. Unknown object. Size class C, medium. So it's probably just an asteroid. That's probably all it is. A big whoop, just an asteroid that could possibly kill everyone. How lame. Got 2 minutes left. We can go ahead and say goodbye to the sun. We're not going to see him for... Well, we're going to see him in like 6 hours, I think. Because I know that's a Kerbal day. But I'm not sure. We'll start burning now. Just so we can... Yeah. It was actually only on 11-second burn. That's not nearly as bad as I thought. Alright, we'll start burning now. Because I usually like to do about halfway in and halfway out. Because if you just burn directly at the at the maneuver node spot, it's fine. But you're only gonna get what it was projected for like a second, and we need to zoom in. Did it flip? Yes, it did. Okay, well, we still want to burn prograde just to bring our apoaps really far out, like 1 million meters should do. We should have more than enough fuel to do this. Because, I mean, look how fast it's accelerating, look how fast we're losing fuel. It's not very fast. We're already halfway there. 600. 700. 800. Now, I'm not sure. No, this is definitely not going to the moon, but the moon is at, yeah, he's at 11 million meters out. We're going to 1. So we are not going nearly as far out. But if it would be pretty simple because all we'd have to do is just wait for the moon to be on. We'd have to wait for it to be right there on its orbit, and then we would make a maneuver node and it would work. Yeah. But we're at 1,000 kilometers up. Not now. We're going to go to 1,000 kilometers up, which is 1 million. Okay, we're leaving the actual main, or the closeness of our planet. Let's try to get some data now. I'm not sure if it's going to be... It is high orbit. Okay, good. So we want to grab this one. Crew report. We got 5 science. Of course, Jebediah always sneaking on to... Or no, it's Bill, because we lost Jebediah. Yeah. Bill is looking at the moon. He's looking at Kerbal and saying, "Wow, it's very round." All right, let's grab the data from this mystery goo containment unit. guess remove the data. I don't care if it's inoperable. They're always inoperable. Hello. Let me in. No. Bill, you silly goose. Get in there. Get in there. Okay, there you go. We are going to roll the ship around, like, here. I do like having it... Well, actually, no, we'll do it the other way. I do like having it horizontal. I don't know why. I guess it's just easier for me to get in and out or something. Don't ask me. I have weird quirks like that, but... At least it's a beautiful sight of the moon. Oh. Wait, what? It must be, like, right there, then. What? What kind of wizardry is this? The moon's all the way over here. What are you looking at? Retrograde would be... Okay, so there's the planet, which apparently we're looking at. That is really nice. Wow. That is gorgeous. And apparently we were looking at the moon, which is like all the way over here or something. Is that Jewel? What is that? Sorry, I like sightseeing. I really hope it's not Jewel, because that's like super far away. If we look at the sun, it should be to the left. So, see. Sun to the left. Is that Jewel? Because I know that's Duna right there. You can kind of see how it's like red. That might be Eve. That is Eve. Because from where we're looking, it's going to appear to be outside of Duna. Right there looks like Moho, because it's on the inside of both of them. If we look all the way to the left, we should see Jewel. So I think that's Jewel right there. Wow. Behind us is Elu. Which I'm not sure if we're going to be able to find Elu tonight. And Drez. We can't see Drez right now. Because he's directly in front. We are looking... Actually, no, we should be able to find him. If we look towards the moon... Oh, there's Drez. I mean, yeah, that looks like Drez. Or whatever the one I was trying to find. I think it was Drez. Yeah, that's Drez. Hey, hey! Yeah, that's why I like sightseeing in this game. Sorry if you think it's annoying. Alright. Maybe we could get a moon transfer here. I'm not going to the moon, just to clarify. I'm going to try and... That could work. No. That'd be a moon encounter. Problem is we want to get there like that, so our periaps is low enough. So that's a 54-second burn. We can definitely afford that. That is not that expensive. And that's going to happen in 31 minutes. And where's the burn? Here. So that's just going to slingshot us around the planet. Which is good. We want to come in steeper rather than shallower, because then we're going to have our orbit's going to be kicked out more, and then we have to burn more fuel to get back. So all these things are fun. I want to move that stage. Alright, so I'm going to set an alarm for the maneuver node and kill warp 1 minute ahead of time. And we are just going to go ahead and stamp on the button. There we go. Delete on close. Close the alarm. So we got 1 minute left until we have to burn for the moon. Whoa. Overdid it just a bit, but we'll be fine. I'm going to physical time accelerate because I do not feel like dealing with having to burn for a minute. For everyone who's wondering, you physical time accelerate by holding Alt and then use the time accelerate buttons. Did we still get the orbit we wanted? No. God, no. Alright, run towards retrograde, because that's probably where it's going to be. We want to correct this. Come on, give us some moon encounter. Want to bring this value down, preferably without crashing into the moon. Alright, that should work. That'll work just fine, because we'll come in, we'll escape, it'll work. Okay. So let's go ahead and head towards the moon. There it is. Hello, moon. Add an alarm for SOI change, kill warp 1 minute ahead of time. Whee! There it goes, killing our time acceleration for us. Delete on close. It's gonna do it 1 minute ahead of time. Did we SOI change yet? Yes, we did. Alright, we want to come down for a close encounter with it. How long is that gonna take? 25 seconds. It's not bad. So let me see if we can get some data out of this. Yeah, we can. Cool. Alright, I probably can't do a crew report here, but I can definitely do an EVA report, which actually do a lot of science. Yeah, 24, check that out. So we can already get our batteries, which should really help on doing these science exploration things. 1 hour we have to do a burn, so let's go ahead and set that up for maneuver node, add 1 minute ahead of time. Actually, no. Maneuver node, 25 seconds, so we want to do 15 seconds, so I have a couple seconds of prep. There, add an alarm. Okay. We gotta do that in an hour. Of course, I'm not gonna wait an in-game hour, or an actual hour, so yeah. Alright, let's have Bill get out and grab the data from that capsule that has the moon's data in it. Where are you going? Where are you going, dude? There you go. Alright, we're gonna collect the data. Remove it. Okay, that's the one we already collected. So we're gonna grab onto the ship, board it. We stored the experiments. That's good. Alright, so like I said, now we just gotta wait an hour. And our thing should slow that down in time. Like I said, we have a couple seconds of prep, but we don't need it. Alright, I want to be very careful about this because we really don't know what's going to happen here. If I burn too long, I'm going to crash into the moon like Jeb, and that's not the best. If I don't burn long enough, I'm not going to get the near science that I wanted. For that might work. We have another pass if it doesn't. So we slowed ourselves down. We're running kind of low on fuel, I'm not going to lie. We're going to get... Oh, goodness. We're going to get pretty low to the moon here. Come on. Near science? No, high over. Oh, we are still coming down, though. Actually, an alarming rate. And we're actually coming down a lot lower than I thought we would, but that's fine. Alright, come on, low. Near the moon, there we go. That's what we wanted. Alright, Bill. I bet you can see Jebediah's remains from here. Alright, let go. Of course, we did just scan the midlands of the moon, because it's in the middle of the moon. We could go to the poles, but that's a bit tough to go to the poles of a body. Alright, now we gotta figure out a way to slingshot ourselves out of here. Of course, prograde is always the way. If I keep burning prograde, where's that gonna put my periapts? We want our periapts to be low. And we have limited fuel, so it's not like we can just burn for forever. We have 22.5 seconds, so we gotta make this work with 22 seconds. See, that's what I find fun about this game. You have to make things work. You have to take what you're given, and you have to make it work. Now we want to go retrograde. No, God, no. Yeah, what's weird right here is that when we do a maneuver node here, it's kind of like telling us no. 1 second will get us back out to a Kerbal orbit. That's what I want to do, right there. So that's a 14-second burn, which we'll still have about, I believe, 8 seconds left of fuel. We'll come out to 16 million, so if we can, no, I don't think we can get any more science out here. What is this heat I'm feeling on my fingers? Ah, whatever. Actually kind of felt nice. Anyway, so we're gonna come out to here. I actually want to control when I'm going to get to go home. I'm just gonna have a very low orbit. There it is. Alright. So, 6 seconds. No, we want to go more than that. 301. More than that. 137. A bit more. 12. No, because that's inside the atmosphere. We will get aerobraked. That should work. 87. And we got 10 seconds. So that's actually going to have us have 12 seconds left to actually get back down in the atmosphere, which should be no issue at all. We have to wait 8 hours before we can do this. So I actually missed the orbit that I was supposed to do it on. And let me add an alarm so I actually don't miss it accidentally, because that wouldn't be the best. There it is. It's slowing down. And it still is going to set us down. Alright. So in 48 seconds we have to do that burn. Of course, due to the magic of time warp, now it's only 8. I'm going to start burning around 3 seconds. Because I can. There we go. We're burning precious, precious fuel. I do want to keep my vessel stats good to go, because a small adjustment too much and I'm going to be inside the atmosphere like that. Okay. You can see the tiny little adjustments I'm making is making a huge difference on how high we are. We want to be around 100. No. Which is going to be just beyond what we already have. 127, that's still a bit high. I don't want to be that high. 119, 113, 87. Okay, that's getting better. 91. Okay, that's good. And look how tiny amount of fuel it is. It is just itty bitty. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye to the moon. Goodbye, moon. And we are going to go on our new flight path, which actually doesn't even have an estimated time for the burn, so I'm just gonna do 5 seconds ahead because I don't know how long it's gonna take yet. Let's just fast forward. It should slow us down. There it goes. We do need to get on this orbit marker, so delete on close, close alarm. Where's the orbit? There it is. I mean the marker. Yeah, I mean I'm doing like almost no thrust at all, and it's tiny, tiny, tiny adjustments. But that'll work. And we are now on a course which I can control. That will dictate whether or not we return. And of course we do want to return. Where's the planet? There it is. Hello, planet. So we're going to come by, skim by, and then we're gonna head out. I'm just gonna go home on this orbit because it's just easier. It's gonna take us a while, obviously, but just that little adjustment and we're already inside the atmosphere, so it's going to be 5.4 meters per second, which we are capable of handling about 30 times that in this vessel that we have here. We want to slow down time so I can get on the marker here. The blue one is your maneuver node, and the maneuver nodes are extremely useful in this game because it's gotta make sure I add an alarm, because if I miss that I'm gonna be very, very upset, because then I'll have to wait till the next orbit, and what's the fun in that? Alright, delete on close the alarm. I just want to have a bit of control here. Alright, so after this mission, this episode's probably gonna be done. There we go. That should be enough to get us, yep, definitely within the atmosphere. And look at that, if we, now it thinks that we're not going into the atmosphere, we are. But if Kerman's periaps started at 35,000 exactly, let's say, I mean not periaps, atmosphere, so we wouldn't get arrow braked, because we will. We would actually get another encounter with the moon, and then we would get slingshotted out to this purple orbit, which would be probably really bad in this situation because we do not want to be that far out with 13 units of fuel. Which is... Okay, so we did an arrow brake. Great. So I may have to do a Mooner gravity assist, which I'm not used to doing, like, at all. Actually, we're not going to do a Mooner gravity assist. We're just going to cancel out the complete thing, and we are going to come in. That looks fairly steep, but we should make it. We'll be fine. So it wasn't that bad because we still have enough fuel where we should be able to make it, but it's just, yeah. This game is, you really can't trust me. I'm not very good at these things. Alright, come on. I thought for sure that was within the atmosphere. I think what happened was I time accelerated either too much, and it just like flew past it like, oh, I don't even care that you wanted me to do this and that. I'm just not going to do it. And then I got very sad. So it's either one of those things, or we just actually did not go low enough, which it could have been. I'm not the first one to admit that it could have been that. So as you can see, we have an apoaps but no periaps, which means we are not coming back. Whoa, that was cool. Oh my, that's actually really cool. That's a really shallow landing. I like it. But we're gonna be landing on the dark side, so it's gonna be really dark for you guys. I'm sorry. I know YouTube does not like the darkness, like at all. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and face backwards, because, I mean, it kind of just looks better to enter backwards. I don't know why. I always used to enter the planet, like, front side up, because it used to look cool, but then I was like, no, it looks cooler coming in backwards. But what I think that was me actually... Okay, we want to slow this down so we don't actually get burned up. I think that was actually just me learning how to come into, like, a moon or something, where you gotta be going backwards, because then you don't have to flip your entire spaceship around to get the landing legs on the low. It's just right there. As you can see, our apoaps height is falling dramatically. That's what air braking is about. I'm just not very good at it. So we're still slowing down in the planet's atmosphere, and it looks like we're actually gonna land fairly close. No, wrong country. The Kerbal spaceport is, if you look for the desert, this is how I always found it. Oh yeah, we actually aren't too far. I mean, you can see right here, that's the spaceport, and we are gonna land on this continent. I really should be watching this, even though we should be fine for a little while. I would like to switch my camera to free mode. Or auto. No, free. Definitely free. Free is a lot easier for landing stuff. Alright. Apparently we're... Okay, let's drop that stage. We don't need that. Let's deploy the parachute, because we're below 5,000 meters, which is usually when I like to do it. And it looks like we're going to land in a mini highlands, so we might actually be able to get some data out of these highlands. Problem is, those capsules had some stuff in them. No, they didn't. I pulled them all out. Cool. Cool. Yeah, we have a ton of data on this ship. The only bad part is we're not going to be able to, we're not going to be able to do some data in this Highlands, or as much data as I wanted to. But we can still do a crew report, surface sample, stuff like that. Actually, we can't do a crew report. We can do an EVA report and a surface sample, which should still be enough. We're still going to get a lot of science out of this. Don't worry, guys. Alright. Gonna come down. Gonna hit it. Oh. Alright, let's go EVA. Let's do an EVA report. It's funny because technically we're flying over the Highlands. Now can I still do another EVA report? No. Alright, let's get in the ship so we can store that. We want to get out, drop down, surface sample, EVA report, get on the ship, and let's go. So now we should have a lot of science. Yeah, look at that, 200 science. Oh yeah, we can research a ton of stuff, and we are going to as well. So first thing we're getting, batteries, easy. Wheels we don't need right now. Though they would be good for space planes, but we don't have even the stuff for space planes, and nor should we even really be thinking about it. This would be good because we'd be able to get the too hot thermometer, which would help us get some data. Problem is the thermometer only works with like planets and stuff, and we don't really need to worry about that. RCS would be really nice, but that's more for space stations. I've never really found a use for RCS other than joining two parts, and that comes later. General construction, that would be nice because then we get struts. But this I really like because of the fuel ducts, and the fuel ducts are awesome. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get the fuel ducts, and I'm also going to get the general construction. And what this will open up to us is aerodynamics. So this is where all the, or not all, but a lot of the space plane technology comes in. Also, there's advanced construction, which this is where we get to play with infernal robotics. And I believe after this one we get docking adapters, which is cool, because docking adapters allow us to make space stations. Though they are pretty useless right now to us, they are going to be cool, and we want to launch one up just to get it up there anyway, so we don't have to do it later. RCS blocks and all that, that would be neat, but we don't need those, like I said, yet. And the bigger engines would be nice as well. But like I said, we don't need them yet, because it's just too much for us. We don't need those kind of big engines yet. I've built a rocket out of those big motors, and I've almost gotten to Duna. Actually, I did get to Duna. I just didn't have enough fuel to come back because I didn't use the rocket things. Alright, anyway, I will continue this in like a minute here. I'm just going to end this recording. So this was episode 4 of my Kerbal Space Program modded Let's Play. We got 200 science today, and we unlocked 3 parts of the tech tree, if I'm correct. Yeah, we did. I'm going to redesign a ship, and hopefully we can either go to the moon, or we can start transmitting science. Actually, no, we're going to the moon. You know what, we're going to the moon, and we're going to make it this time. And we're not going to send someone important like Jebediah, who, let's see if he's back, because you never know. Yeah, he's back. He doesn't care. Jebediah, when you die, you just don't care. Alright guys, well, that's the end of episode 4. If you liked it, leave a like so you can let me know that you liked it. If you want to talk to me about what you think of this series, go ahead and put a comment down below. I do get notifications when I see comments. Sometimes, I don't know how that works, but sometimes I do. So most of the time I will. So just shoot me a comment, and I'll see if I can do whatever it is you're asking, or respond to you, or anything like that. I do like to interact with my audience. If you didn't like the video, if you could leave a dislike and a comment why, that would be cool as well. Yeah. So if you really like my channel, go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to get back into recording. I do like doing it. It's just I have a lot of other stuff on my plate, and sometimes I just want to just play a game instead of recording it and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah, stop on by whenever you want. And yeah, I will see you guys in episode 5 of Kerbal Space Program modded the Let's Play. See ya.